Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right, folks. Let's dive into what could be one of the most seismic moves the Bills have considered in recent memory. An off-season blockbuster that might reshape the entire AFC East landscape. According to whispers from NFL insiders like Adam Schefter, the Bills are eyeing a trade that could send Patrick Surtain, the Denver Broncos' standout cornerback, to Buffalo. And let's be honest, this isn't just some rumor. It's a game changer, and you Bills Mafia should be paying close attention. Right now, the Bills are sitting at a solid 6-3 record, leading the AFC East, but there's a clear concern on defense, particularly in the secondary. Rasul Douglas's injury in Week 5, which has sidelined him for 4 games, has exposed some vulnerabilities, especially when it comes to defending the pass. The Bills' secondary, which was already looking to tighten up after some early season inconsistencies, has struggled with giving up too many yards, about 232 passing yards per game, which ranks around the middle of the league. That's not Bills football. We're used to a unit that's aggressive, disciplined, and capable of making game-changing plays. And that's exactly what Surtain can bring, a lockdown presence that can elevate the secondary from being decent to elite. Surtain, a 6'2", instinct-driven corner with all-pro potential, has been nothing short of spectacular in 2025. Through 9 games, he's compiled 42 solo tackles, 14 assists, and an impressive 4 interceptions, putting him 5th among all cornerbacks in the league. His coverage grade from PFF is a staggering 92, which is among the best in the NFL. His ability to shut down top receivers and win in man coverage, boasting a 68% success rate, is precisely what Buffalo needs to take their defense to the next level. Now, the Bills' defense has been a cornerstone over the past few years, but in 2025 it's been a bit more porous, especially in the secondary. The team has been allowing 248 passing yards a game, which is the kind of stat that keeps coaches up at night. But with Surtain in the fold, that number could drop significantly, perhaps even below 200 yards per game, transforming Buffalo into a true top 5 pass defense. That kind of upgrade would allow Sean McDermott to dial up more aggressive blitz packages, something Bills fans love. With a lockdown corner like Surtain, McDermott can send blitzes at a 38% rate without fearing explosive plays, knowing he has someone who can lock down the opponent's top receiver. Surtain's career so far has been nothing short of stellar. Over 75 games, he's recorded 15 interceptions and 52 pass breakups, with 4 Pro Bowl appearances under his belt. He's also a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year in 2024. His hips are fluid, allowing him to mirror receivers like a young Darrelle Revis, making him one of the most technically sound corners in the league. Although he suffered a shoulder injury in Week 4 that cost him 1 game, he's since been dominating on the field, allowing only a 42.3% catch rate and just 5 yards per target. His EPA per target sits at 28, which is elite for a corner, and he commands about 18% of the targets thrown his way, proof of how much teams trust him to shut down their top options. Now, let's talk about the Broncos' side of this potential trade. Denver's in a bit of a rebuild after a rough start, sitting at 3-6 and dealing with the fallout of their recent losses, including an injury to their young quarterback, Nix, who's been out since Week 6 with a shoulder injury. He's only completing about 59.1% of his passes, which is a bit below league average, and their defense has been leaking points, allowing 24.8 points per game. Despite having about $28 million in cap space, the Broncos are clearly looking to rebuild their roster, especially on defense, where they're eager to bolster the defensive line and create some cap flexibility to pursue other high-impact players. From Denver's perspective, trading Surtain makes perfect sense. They're focused on a rebuild, and moving a top-tier corner for premium draft picks could set them up nicely for the future. Reports indicate they're eyeing a package involving a first-round pick in 2026, projected to be a top 10 selection, and a first in 2027. Those picks could be instrumental in rebuilding their roster, especially on the offensive line and along the defensive front. The Broncos are also prioritizing a younger defensive line, aiming to develop their pass rush and create a more disruptive front seven to complement their secondary. Meanwhile, Buffalo's secondary would instantly vault into the top tier of the NFL. Pairing Surtain with Dane Jackson and Christian Benford, the Bills would have a formidable trio capable of shutting down the best receivers in the league. Surtain's presence would allow Tre'Davious White to slide into a more versatile role, possibly shadowing the opponent's number 2 receiver, while Surtain takes care of the primary target. Imagine the possibilities. An elite corner duo, combined with McDermott's aggressive blitzing style, could turn the Bills' defense into a nightmare for offenses across the league. But it's not just about defense. Offensively, the Bills would benefit immensely from having a defense that can get the ball back more often. Josh Allen would find himself with more short fields and less time on the field facing heavy pressure. His stats, currently averaging over 300 yards per game, could see a boost, especially in red zone efficiency, which is already trending upward. The chemistry between Allen and Stefon Diggs could reach new heights, as defenses would be forced to respect the secondary, freeing up Diggs to get even more open. With an improved defense, the Bills' Super Bowl odds could skyrocket, especially considering how close they've been in recent seasons. Now, let's not forget the impact this could have on the AFC East. The Dolphins and Jets have been aggressive this season, with the Jets bolstering their secondary with Sauce Gardner and the Dolphins relying on their high-powered offense. Buffalo's addition of Surtain would give them a clear edge in the secondary, making it even harder for opponents to move the ball against them. It could also serve as a message to the rest of the league that the Bills are all in, ready to take the division, and finally turn that Super Bowl window into a reality. Looking at the broader picture, the Bills have been building a championship-caliber team for a few years now. Their offense, led by Josh Allen, has been among the best in the league, especially when it comes to explosive plays, but their defense has been the key to their Super Bowl runs. Upgrading the secondary with a player like Surtain would be the ultimate move, adding a shutdown corner who can change the course of a game with a single play, whether it's an interception, a pass breakup, or simply taking away half the field from the opposition. And if you think about the playoff picture, this move could be the one that pushes Buffalo from a perennial contender to a serious Super Bowl favorite. Their odds, currently at plus 600, would likely improve significantly with a lockdown corner like Surtain on the roster. With the defense playing at an elite level, the Bills could become the team no one wants to face in January, especially if their offense continues to perform at a high level, with Diggs, Knox, and the emerging Gabe Davis providing plenty of firepower. Of course, all this hinges on whether the trade actually happens and the logistics involved. The Broncos are in a rebuild, looking to shed cap space and acquire draft capital, and Buffalo is in a win-now mode, especially with Josh Allen in his prime and a window that might not stay open forever. The Bills have the assets, draft picks, young players, and cap flexibility to make a deal happen, and Surtain fits the profile of a player they would want to bring in to make a real statement in the league. In conclusion, this potential trade isn't just about swapping players. It's about shifting the power dynamics in the AFC East. It's about Buffalo signaling to everyone that they're all in, ready to stake their claim as champions, and that they're willing to make bold moves to do it. Whether it materializes or not, it's exciting to imagine a Bills defense that could be among the best in the league, anchored by a lockdown corner like Patrick Surtain II, leading them into the postseason with renewed confidence and a shot at finally bringing home that elusive Lombardi trophy. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to hear from you, Bills Mafia. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Surtain II would be the missing piece to push Buffalo over the top? Or do you believe the price is too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned and keep the faith. The Bills are always in the hunt, and with moves like this, who knows? We could be looking at a new era of dominance in the AFC East, with Highmark Stadium as the fortress where legends are born and historic dynasties are built. Let's go, Bills Mafia.